All right, we're going to make a really quick granola, and it really is just like the simplest thing in the world. So this is soaked buckwheat groats, and they're whole groats. They are toasted ones, which are actually called kashi. It's the same thing. You want to get the raw, the lighter colored one. And these actually soak pretty quickly. And you're just soaking them to, because it's not really like an enzyme inhibitor or an anti-nutrient on the outside. It's really just to get it soaked up so that it's a little bit softer and it'll soak in some of the other flavors. And then when you dehydrate it, it kind of makes it a little bit sort of like crunchy, puffy, rather than crunchy, hard, stuck in your teeth. Doesn't taste good because it's more like a raw crunch. You want it to have sort of like a powdery, cereal-y kind of crunch. So this is the whole the buckwheat groats, and they've just been soaked in water for a little bit. Okay. This is for our granola. And this is so simple. And you can totally do it with like whatever lets you risk it, and whatever you have in the kitchen. So we have some almonds. You can chop these up or not. Some raisins we're putting in some pumpkin seeds. So you can really do this whatever way you want. You could do like dried pineapple and mango, which is really good, and like macadamias, and have sort of like a more tropical flavored one with a little bit of dried coconut even. So we're just putting that in. We're going to put in a little bit of maple syrup or agave. And it's just enough. It's not a super sweet cereal. It just sort of gives a little bit of nice little flavor to everything and helps bind things together. Just nice cinnamon or nutmeg if you want. Pumpkin pie spice, you can kind of that's what I do it with that. And then I like to add some fresh apple. And always, just a little aside, here's a little factoid. When you're buying your produce, always buy it as a number 9. And that's throughout the entire world, that means it's organic. So number 9 is the first. Throughout the world, you can be shopping in South Africa in a grocery store. An apple with a number 9 means it's organic.
The first number is the number 9.
Right. Right, so we just cored our apple, and I'm just going to do a quick chop on this. It's really just nice. Yeah, it's just a nice little sort of fresh elements. Sometimes like raisins and real like dried fruit get a little heavy to me. And this is getting dehydrated anyway, so these apples get dehydrated. And this will keep, again, in like a Ziploc bag for like weeks in your cupboard.
If it can last that long.
If you have this right. And it's super like versatile. You can use it not only like for cereal, you can use it as make a parfait out of it. You can actually get it a little bit wetter and make bars. I took some the other day. Oh, there's a couple other things I do with it. I core an apple, and then I mix some of the raw granola with like almond butter or tahini, and you can put like some chia seeds or whatever little things, or like hemp seeds, mix it up, make sort of like a little paste, and stick it inside of a cored out apple. And that's a great thing to like walk around with. You can do it, it'll last several days in your refrigerator. And it's just this great sort of like nice treat, because it's an apple, but it's got a little bit more like beef to it in the end. So we just threw our apple in there, and we're just going to mix everything around. And this is another thing, it's like super expensive if you buy it in the store.
Yeah, it is.
And it's really quite inexpensive and easy to make. This is pretty foolproof.
So this is just soaked, not sprouted, correct?
Right. We're not going crazy with the actual sprouting of it. If you have the time to get your buckwheat actually sprouting, which buckwheat goes really quickly in the old sprouting world, that's great. But if you don't, just soak it for a couple of hours. And the buckwheat, you really want to rinse it really well, otherwise that'll have this sort of like bitter flavor to it. And it has, it gets kind of, the water that it's been soaking in gets kind of sticky. So you just want to make sure that's rinsed all off and it's nice and smooth. So this is the basic part of the granola. Again, just on your Teflon sheet, you're going to dry it for overnight is really great. Super simple, so then it's all fresh in the morning. And just have at it. Ziploc bag, it'll last for weeks or however long until you eat it.